The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart, and you will find rest for yourselves. For my yoke is easy and my burden light." The Gospel of the Lord. Saint Augustine, the great saint, early church father, famously said in his Confessions, "In my deepest wounds, I saw your glory, and it dazzled me." Hear that again. It's profound. And it relates directly to the gospel. In my deepest wounds, I saw your glory, and it dazzled me. What does he mean by that? Because notice the way that we deal with our problems and our afflictions and our burdens. We experience the pain, then what's our immediate reaction? We say, "Oh, God has abandoned me. God doesn't listen to my prayers." We push it away. We don't want to deal with it. We hide it under the rug. It's the typical way we hide. That's just part of our human nature, our fallen human nature. We run away. But the Incarnation changes everything. It absolutely changes everything. Because Jesus has taken on our frail humanity and become one with us. Even in our pain. Jesus says in the Gospel, "Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened." What does it mean there? He says, "Bring me your deepest shame, pain, and anxiety." Or another way to reflect upon this is, and it's a beautiful line. I've heard many priests use this and many saints, and it's the same variation on this same topic or the same phrase is, so whatever pain we're experiencing in our lives, ask ourselves, where is Jesus present in this? It's a deep question. All of your anxieties and pain and your suffering, all of your temptations that we all deal with, ask, where is Jesus in this? Because remember, he's not somewhere out there. No. Jesus is precisely with me. See, that's the difference with the Incarnation. Or why Jesus says, "Take my yoke upon you." Again, he's using a farming analogy. So we have to use the image of a yoke. So what a yoke was that they would put it on beasts of burden. And then so they would put this wooden yoke, pairing it with two animals. One animal on one side, you put the yoke on, and then the other side, the other animal. And who is pushing the weight of the weight? The vast majority of that weight when you're yoked with another animal. Well, it's the stronger beast, and the weaker beast just hangs on for the ride. You see, that's how close it is, how Jesus is saying, yoke yourself to me, and then you'll find rest. This is the beauty of the Incarnation, Christ who united with me, and so even in my burdens and in my pain and my suffering. And so now return to the quote of Augustine. Now it makes sense with the image of a yoke, of the Incarnation, of Christ with me. In my deepest sorrow, in my deepest pain, in my deepest wound, I saw your glory, and it dazzled me. Augustine saw Christ with him. And once we put on this yoke, everything changes.